And welcome back, another day, another read, so let's get straight to it. And if you're new here, hey, hello, my name is Dulce, and I'll be your tarot reader. First things first, Love on the Brain by Rihanna, came through. Once I, decided, I'm alright, I'm gonna start this video, I was like, oh, okay. And then before then, I was already thinking about, a divine feminine, getting rid of, the fog, the confusion, the black magic that was projected onto her. So it's kind of like, this has a lot having to do with, a relationship. And you're just getting rid of the voices, the projections, the thoughts, the limiting beliefs, the fears that were hindering you, holding you back, where you lost your trust within your own self, but all along you knew your journey, you knew the path that you needed to take. So, yeah, and if you're a divine masculine, take this with a grain of salt. This could be your own divine feminine, or this could have been an experience with you and a divine feminine outside of you. I'm seeing Taurus placements being very significant here. Spirit's saying you're being asked to trust. I'm seeing you are blossoming, you are growing. There's just been a whole entire process of you just slowly developing at your own time and just trusting the process. Especially when it comes to being open-minded, conversations, communication. I'm seeing air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And especially when it comes to learning. And how to better embody yourself and self-express and be yourself authentically, unapologetically, without any shame or guilt to, whatever anybody has to think about you. It's you having trust and faith that you are going to figure out your own path and how you want to dress up, how you want to speak, how you want to think, how you want to navigate the world, because at the end of the day, it is your journey. And I get the sensation you got projected on so much that it confused you and it kept you trapped for a very long time. There was just this entrapment that was going on. And this was more so having to do with a mental cage than a physical one. But there could have been situations where you were put in situations where it made you feel like you were in a prison. And it wasn't actually in real prison. It had to do all psychologically. Yeah, and I feel it in my solar plexus. So this really impacted your self-expression, this engagement, this entrapment, this limiting beliefs, these projections, these fears. And this had nothing to do with you. This had a lot had to do with whoever that individual was and where they were, experiencing life at. Had nothing to do with you, but you took it as if it was your own because you trusted this individual. You literally have full faith that this individual knew better for you. And it happens to the best of us. So please don't be hard on yourself. Yes, and Spirit's saying you having a lot of angelic support. By you trusting in yourself, trusting in your process, trusting in divine timing that things are unfolding as they should be, everything's going to just start coming in. In all seriousness, you learning how to self-embody yourself in the most creative, more expressive way as possible that best aligns with who you are as a person. It's going to help you, in the long run. Especially when it comes to, your close community, your siblings. And the way that you perceive the world. I get the sensation the more that you practice this aspect of yourself, the more confident, the more, the more self-empowered you're going to be with navigating, this relationship with your siblings, with people that you communicate on the daily. Or even just people closest to you. So this has to do more close community. Picking up on Gemini energy. I'm seeing third house placements being very significant here. And it helping you with navigating into your soul's purpose. To your destiny. To where you're actually meant to belong at. Where you're needing to be at. There's just a big emphasis having to do with communication here. I'm seeing birds being very significant here. And I'm seeing this is going to help you a lot in regards to how you navigate your long-term goals, and also with your disciplines. I'm seeing you need to get disciplined, or discipline playing a big significant role right now in your period in time. Let's see. Yeah. Because there's specific dreams and things that you're wanting to attain, but they're needing to be materialized. So you're learning how to slowly navigate this by being open-minded, being open to different perspectives, and just being true to yourself. Because by you being true to yourself, you open up the doors for places that actually want you to be there, rather than places that don't want you at all. And I'm seeing like there's like a major expansion. There could be possible travel going on. I'm seeing Sagittarius placements being very big here. But there's like this expansion happening here in regards to like your dreams, your desires, and you transcending past like a lot of like, you know, the physical realm and having like a bigger understanding in the spiritual realm, like how things interplay. And it's going to create like major freedom when it comes to like your career, to your long-term success. Because you're starting to operate now from a place of like you, not from what everybody else has been doing. It's more so from a position from like, this is who I am. This is what I like. And I'm going to be myself. And, you know, if it's anybody that, you know, doesn't align with me, because, you know, it is not your job to keep people that are not meant to be in your circle. And that is completely okay. Like, people are going to like come and go. It's part of the seasons. It's part of life. And at the same time, you know, people are going to gravitate towards those that, you know, better resonate with them at their frequency and their vibration. So it's just having a lot of like spiritual like interplay happening with like the physical realm. Especially when it comes to your relationships. I am seeing a lot of luck happening here with your relationships. I'm seeing like a lot of growth and a lot of exploration happening here. Yes, and you're learning how to navigate like, you know, relationships in a way where it's more fun, way more adventurous, way more open-minded, where you can like self-express yourself, just be your creative self and not feel ashamed about it. And, you know, be comfortable with like those people, like learning how to be more intimate in the sense of like, I get to express what I actually like and enjoy, and I don't have to shy away from it. And especially when it comes to your inner child, like your inner child feeling safe and secure around these individuals. And just knowing that, okay, I can trust these individuals with me being myself. So Gemini placements being your significant here. So this is like something that you're learning how to navigate. Like take like the actual steps, like, you know, the daily practices. And at the same time, you know, learning how this kind of spread out like outside of you. By you learning how to interplay with the inner circle. So like your inner circle, you're going to be able to like how to navigate this lesson or, you know, this journey with self-embodying yourself with people outside of you, because people outside of you are going to be seeing like, oh, this is who you are, this is how you like, you know, how you act, this is how you speak, this is what you like, this is what you stand for. Cool. So what we now know like what you actually like, and now we can better have like an easier way of like knowing like this is our person and this is not our person. And this all starts within because it bleeds outwardly. So it's like you learning that navigation, especially when it comes to communication. How do you speak? And also, how do you learn? Yes. And this is all having to do with like self-embodiment. Like this is coming back to yourself. Learning how to embody yourself, your own individuality, and be confident and bold in the fact that you are you. There's nobody else is going to replace you. And whoever wants to be around you is going to like have to appreciate you for your whole complete like totality, rather than fragments of yourself where you're people pleasing or appeasing others out of the sake of being liked, being accepted, or, you know, given an opportunity, whatever the case could be. Like you are starting to learn how to navigate like, oh, like I had to be true to myself in order for people to be true with themselves in front of me, and see like, do we click or, you know, bye. Okay. But I'm seeing like you are coming out of like this cocoon, out of this shell, and you're starting to like, you know, peek your way out and be like, oh, this is a world. Like I get to be this person and I get to choose what I want to be. And that's where like the balance needed to happen. Like this is going to bring a lot of harmony, a lot of peace, a lot of fairness, because you being yourself is going to help out balance out the scales, especially when it comes to like the emotions, to collaborations, friendships, and even like family matters or community matters, because you're showing the world like, this is who I am. You know, this is what I like. And yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of balance happening here. Like, because I can tell like you probably in the past have struggled with having like something balanced, because it wasn't in a sense where it was like built on something that was like solid, or from a place where you knew who you were. If that makes any sense. Like there was still a bit of confusion in regards to like your image and who you are as a person, because I feel like the sensation that you were probably like, you know, made to like mask yourself, cover yourself up, and present a whole completely different way that was way out of the norms that was from from yourself, from your soul purpose, like from your own individuality. Like you were coming off as like somebody else that you were not to. And so like it was so confusing for people like inwardly and people outwardly to get to know like, okay, like who are you type deal. It was building confusion and even confusion within your own self. But this is like completely like, now that you finally decide to like trust the process and allow yourself to blossom and get rid of like these illusions, these limiting beliefs, these entrapments that were never actually real, you're going to find a lot of happiness and joy and a lot of balance in your life. I'll be straight with you. There's going to be a lot of balance and joy happening for you. And I'm seeing Libra, Gemini, and Taurus planets being very significant here. What else? Sagittarius. So, yeah. And this is just a part of like you just being brave. Facing all of this, and because I can tell like right now you're facing like, you know, either a deep dark night of the soul moment, or you're just kind of like, well, where do I go from now? Spirit's just saying, just be brave. Just trust the journey. Just trusting your intuition and trusting the process. Things are going to unfold naturally. Yes, and just keep steady, actionable steps. Because you are building right now. You are in your building era. You're building your structure and foundation. And every small little piece matters. So put as much love and care into it as possible. Because it's all going to reflect outwardly. So with that being said, if this reading resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, leave it at the window. Do not force it. I'll see you back in divine timing. And I wish you the best of luck. And, you know, facing those fears, facing those limiting beliefs, and getting rid of that black magic that was casted onto you that was never yours to take on in the first place. And I wish you the best of luck. Bye.